and soul of the game is at the Boxing Voice. Ain't no other site in the game could see the Boxing Voice.
Boxing Voice here with the former trainer of James Kirkland, Mr. Wolfe, legendary. Man, first of all, what did you think of tonight's performance of James?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, he hurt him a couple of times.
Okay, and the relationship between you and James, a lot of people were wondering, do y'all still talk? Is everything still kind of a norm?
I'm not going to say we don't talk. People think we got a lot of beef or something, but we don't. James just didn't call me to train him for the fight.
Okay, do you think anything could have been different, maybe if he would have stuck with his original regiment up with you in Austin, Texas?
I mean, if fans and butts was candy, cherries, and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas, but it ain't. I'm still his manager, you know. I hate to see that happen to him, but there's not much I can say to him, or, I mean, you know, it's disappointing. I still feel for him. I didn't want to see him on the fucking ground like that.
Okay, and if he was to maybe approach you and maybe go back to his regiment, would that be something you're up for?
No comment.
All right, what do you think he could have done differently tonight, actually in the ring in his performance?
No comment.
All right, well, seeing that you're still his manager, where do y'all go from here? What kind of talks do you know, when you sit down and talk with him after this is all over?
I don't really talk to him because he fired me, but James needs to do a lot of soul searching with the good Lord. And I'm not going to, I told you so, laugh in his face. That's just not who I am or what I am. I really, truly wish he would have won even without me in the corner. I wish I could have been proven wrong.
Okay, and that's something that a lot of critics and fans, they kind of, what swayed them to pick Canelo overwhelmingly is the switch of trainers. So what's your take on all that, seeing that it was such a big deal with his changing of trainers before the biggest fight of his career?
I can't say anything. I just know I was called a wild card. Something might happen or might not, but the fighter is in there and the fighter does do all the fighting. But it is crucial that you have a good team behind you. You have to. You have to have somebody in there that's going to make you do what you don't want to do. I make James do what he don't want to do. I make him uncomfortable. I make him feel like dog shit on a stick. And that's what has to happen, because if that don't happen, you have to be prepared to fight. You got to be prepared to lose your nuts. And everybody say, oh, well, she talks shit to him or this or that. But when you going out to fight, would you rather to be on your motherfucking back, or would you rather me talk shit and make you run and get your ass whooped in the gym? Or would you rather get fucked up in the ring? You have two choices. I mean, I came out here hoping that James was gonna be victorious, but unfortunately he wasn't.
Do you think maybe he reached the point where he just couldn't take that intensity anymore of your training?
No, he ain't reached the point where he can't take that, no.
Or maybe like a mentally, not physically, maybe mentally or physically, or maybe a little bit of both?
No, neither are. When you put your mind, when your mind is set to fight, either you gonna fight or you're not gonna fight. It ain't no fucking, you think a slave didn't want to pick cotton was like, okay, I'm not gonna pick cotton? No, hell no, you got to be ready. You gotta say, okay, I'm gonna go through that goddamn grind and go through all this hell and high water.
And last question, what do you know about his team, and what was your overall, you know, if you were to grade them, per se, what would you grade them as their team?
I don't know nothing about his team, but I give him a motherfucking F, is what I give him, a F. You know why? Because once I would have knew that I couldn't control James, I would have walked away. You had a lot of coaches, a lot of good coaches that walked away. Because guess what? I don't give a damn who comes to my gym. If you're not gonna do what I tell you to do, then goodbye, I'm leaving. Because I would rather leave now than to walk out of here like that. You gotta love the fighter more than the game. And then to get your face on TV and all this old bullshit. And when at the end of the day, this is punch you in your face, knock you on your ass, knock all your goddamn teeth out. This ain't no bullshit. I can't believe somebody told me they can't believe I talked to him like that. Would you rather me say, God damn it, run your ass up the street, or be on your ass with your nuts in the air? It's point blank. Which one would you choose?
Well, I appreciate your time, Ann, and we'll definitely be catching up and see him in the local area. But thank you for the honesty.